on the issue of the cost of climate change. I think we're all prepared to make trade-offs as long as they're reasonable. And I think that part of the discussion is something that has really not yet risen to a level where you've got a lot of focus on it. It's starting to come out, but we need to make sure that we can afford the technologies that we will need to really get us to reduced emissions. We've got to make sure that we're not pushing jobs overseas, which is a real concern. And we've got to make sure that, that the families who will be bearing the burden ultimately of increased energy costs, that those burdens are reasonable. And I don't think those coalitions have come together yet, but I know that they must in order for us to advance this. Did you have a follow-up?
I actually know I can project. It's that lots of people can't hear me if I don't use a mic. One of the things that we're looking about in the cost is, of course, the major capital cost of nuclear energy, but the long-term, again, reliability and as the capital costs are realized, we have a lower cost per kilowatt hour and a competitive cost per kilowatt hour. Has that discussion come up in the debate, and can that piece of the economics of nuclear power, can that be the centerpiece of the economic coalition building?
I think it can be. That's the one of the compelling aspects of nuclear, in addition to no emissions, is the fact that you have the ability to provide an energy source that is affordable and reliable. I mean, this is what we're all trying to get to. As much as we want to move to this world of wind and solar, the fact of the matter is it's not always sunny and it's not always windy. But with nuclear, it's always there. It's always there for you. It's that reliability factor and it's that cost factor that all of a sudden, when you get into a debate on the merits of some of these renewables versus what we are already able to provide with nuclear, that nuclear comes out the winner. But again, it goes back to the point that I was trying to make with an RES. I think there are some in this country that in an effort to go green now, it's all about these new energy sources, if you will. And you know, when you look at the direction that the stimulus package took and where we saw funding for the creation of energy jobs, it was not energy jobs in the oil and gas sector. It was not energy jobs in the nuclear sector. It was all about how we're going to be creating jobs in these green industries. And that's fine. We need to be doing more to do that. But we have to appreciate the fact that the jobs that are existing with our more traditional fuel sources, and including nuclear, are the jobs that have sustained these families throughout regions. These are facts that kind of get in the way of folks who are pushing so hard to advance renewables at the expense of every other energy source out there. And I think that there are those. They really, I mean, when the chairman of the FERC says, I don't think we need any more new nuclear plants because we're going to be able to supplement everything we need with these renewables. I think that's a fairy tale. So I think nuclear wins when we talk about cost, when we talk about reliability, and when we talk about domestic security. And that's a point that hasn't really been raised here, at least by me. But as an individual coming from an oil and gas producing state, I want us to figure out how we reduce our reliance on foreign sources of energy. And as far as I'm concerned, nuclear gets us there. And I think Americans are starting to wake up to that fact that it's secure, it's here, it produces jobs here, and it's affordable. So we've got all the arguments on our side. We maybe just need to do a better job advertising it. So we'll work with you on that one too. I got to get back up to the hill, but it was a pleasure to be with you this morning. Thank you.